Hello there, my fellow brothers, sisters, gamers, and anime lovers. Buster here again with another reaction video. And another disaster, I think, has come at last. With Star Wars once again flopping like a headless chicken. Is just, if their TV shows and movies aren't garbage enough, even the game has now become garbage. I have both the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2 CDs or DVDs when I used to play it, and I don't know if it works anymore, but when I heard that they're coming back in Steam with Steam Star Wars Battlefront Classic Edition, I was surprised that they're rehashing this, or maybe they remastered it, and I don't know. But I thought it was going to be good, but after seeing the damn reviews, it feels like the situation with Helldivers. The question is why, and I don't know. I really don't remember much, but I enjoy the old games, especially when people are putting mods in it, like putting ARC troopers or more unique ARC trooper weapons, and like you see the 2003 or 2005 Clone Wars animated series, those were put in the game, and I'm surprised to play as those ARC troopers. And yet somehow I don't know, this is by Aspir. I don't know how they fudged it up. It's an old game. How do you fudge it up? That's a unique skill set you have there. Something that has been established, um, made before you, and all you have to do is just change it. I was expecting new graphics or something, or more added DLCs or something, but I heard it was nothing but a steaming pile of dookie and disappointment. So let me start with this. This is once again an Ackman video. People have been demanding, asking repeatedly, although it has been lost in the sea of comments, and there's more comments jumping into my freaking notifications. But I don't know who asked for more Ackman, but I've got some requests for more Ackman reaction videos. So here you go. Eat hearty, and we're still working on a lot more reaction videos. I still have a lot more to do, and I just recovered from being exhausted for the past 2 days because of constant non-stop work with only a few minutes of break for eating. And yeah, my muscles ache for at least 1.5 day until I finally got myself some proper rest. So we're back here again, and I hope you guys enjoy this. All right, I wonder what Ackman's gonna do with this, with his creative way of editing and jokes and memes. I am shaking in anticipation.
All of this, falling apart like this, is on you. Wow.
What's this?
We had a good thing, you stupid son of a bitch. We had
another command post.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell?
We had a good
Classic 2000, and I owned this. I had the CD, the DVD before. Overwhelmingly positive, very positive. That's good. Developer Pandemics. That's a type of name a few years ago. Publisher Publisher Lucasfilms, LucasArts, Disney. So this was Disney, and the new one is Aspyr, so that's the question. Who is Aspyr, and how did you just mess this up so freaking bad?
thing, you stupid son of a bitch. We had
another command post for the Republic.
We had everything we needed. It all ran like clockwork. It was perfect. But no, you just had to blow it up. You and your pride and your ego. You just had to be the man. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now.
What's up, everybody? This is ACT7567 here, and today...
Oh, that's one way to use the clone trooper tags, like CT75. Yep, I don't remember much of the clone clone numbers because, yeah, I've been more in leaving the franchise because of constant disappointments and heartaches is just beyond. I am a Star Wars fan. I own the VHS for the original trilogy, and we used to have the DVDs for the prequels and F the sequels. It can stay in the garbage where it belongs, and yeah, I I am tired. I am tired of the sadness that I get from being a fan and have it just Disney just taking a steaming pile of dookie on my head. I even have lightsabers before. If you're wondering, my house burned down, so a lot of my stuff was lost. So I had to start from scratch. And this is just heartbreaking.
The Battlefront collection is a catastrophe. How bad is it, Act Man? It's so bad. Modders are posting bug fixes to Reddit with the actual.
You think they'll fix it after I tell them exactly how to fix it? Jedi said, don't. What? That should be automatic. They have the skills, and when I play Jedi or Sith, we automatically just parry the bolts. Or what the frick? Just how do you? What? You have a problem with coding? I've noticed that most Sith and Jedi heroes don't noticed so far that Hoth, so Luke, does. Oh, so Luke in Hoth can deflect, the rest cannot? It's a simple fix. Go into each lightsaber ODF and add this line. Can deflect equals 1. I do believe that will solve this bug. Oh.
Actual lines of missing code. Hire this guy, Aspire. Hire this guy.
Aspire?
What I remember about the release of the Battlefront collection is how broken it was. Also, I'm sorry in advance for this.
That feels like
I look like a fucking botanist.
I'm in the middle of recording a Gears of War review, so please just deal with it for this video and that video. The Battlefront collection gives the GTA Trilogy Remaster a run for its money in terms of sheer awfulness and disrespect to the source material. Battlefront 1 and 2 were like childhood-defining games for a lot of people. You see all these videos on YouTube from people who played these games back in the day. It's like one of the great equalizers for millennials and people of my generation. There's a lot of reverence, nostalgia, love, and appreciation for them. And like most people, I was excited at the prospect of being able to watch those wrist rockets, take out that super, and have that happen just like the simulations. Steam already has a version of these two games, but they're more or less ports. And I thought, given the phrase Battlefront Collection, this would be sort of a remaster, retouching. I thought it was cool they were going to put some maps from BF1 into
Star Wars map classic includes bonus map Jabba's Palace. Star Wars Battlefront 2 includes bonus map Bespin Cloud City. Hold on, Bespin Cloud City was from 1, right? I used to play that. Renvar Harbor, Renvar Citadel, and Yavin 4 Arena includes bonus heroes Asajj Ventress and Kit Fit. That's all you add. There could have been more. Is Ayla? I think Ayla Secura is a part of the game. But more Jedi, more different Sith if you can add one. Where's Darth Maul? Is Darth Maul in the game? I don't even remember. It's been a very long time since I played this, so someone in the comment section tell me this is just ridiculous. Modern game, this is not even modern gaming. The modern gaming industry, which loves to rehash, recycle, regurgitate the same crap on us over and over again and expect us to purchase it with our hard-earned cash and just put a thumb right up our ass and just deal with it. It's like, can't you give us a properly working game right on day one, not a broken mess where it's a live service. We can patch it. Patch notes. It's so damn annoying. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm ranting because I grew up from games like Red Alert to Command and Conquer Generals, Tiberium Wars, and a lot more other games in the past that I love. And right now, like Battlefield 1942, even so, with Battlefield Vietnam and more, like Republic Commando, SWAT 4, more games that you can have in the old wazoo. They were working fine. And they were complete when they sold it to us. Everything is accessible, no DLCs, no bonus content that you have to pay in the battery sold separately. What Lord. I am just the world is exhausting, right? Take me now. No, I'm fine. I'm doing fine. It's just it's getting sickening seeing this. Call of Duty has been abusing the recycle system for a very long time, so I stopped it. Battlefield had some questionable choices in some of their games. So like 2042, there were two 2042s. There was one, the old one, and then the new one, which has the bullcrap bugs, the epic bug montage from other YouTubers. It's just ridiculous. Why can't you just give us a complete, unedited, 100% function, no error game? It's just why we don't get our money's worth anymore.
To BF2 and let you play heroes versus villains on any of the other maps, not just Mos Eisley.
That's Asajj.
The graphics were going to be polished up a bit.
And I don't remember Asajj wording
be?
something like that. Joining session.
What?
Enter password.
Enter password for...
Why are you sending him to a lobby where there's a password? You should be sending him to none, like a free lobby.
What?
What is this stupid?
Why is it asking me for a password? I don't fucking know. Can I play the game? You know, I thought this would be a great opportunity for Aspyr, the developers behind this remake, to be able to revive these old games, if for a time, and let people relive the nostalgia with their buddies in a way that was authentic. But it looks like there's been a change of plans. Instead of Battlefront fans being treated to a bit of fan service, this collection is a shameless money-grubbing exploit of said fan base. This is nothing more than a cold-blooded attempt to exploit people's nostalgia.
Yep.
Which is
nostalgia,
the most
babe.
disrespectful thing you could do with a game like this. Pandemic must have been built on an Indian burial ground when they developed these games, because the Battlefront series is cursed, and it continues to be. The third game was canceled twice. The
What? Third game? There was? I never heard of it.
Is cursed, and it continues to be. The third
Cancel Star Wars Battlefront 3 was almost finished. It was legit incredible. Gamers don't know what they were robbed. Michael Barclay, now chief designer at Naughty Dog, defines what happened. So there was supposed to be one, and it was almost finished, and then they just... The corporate suits, we really need to shove a spear right up their butt cheeks. Like, go Vlad the Impaler on these bastards. Yeah, I don't condone violence, and I don't wish any violence on people. It's just a frustrating thing you do. You just make us just want to punch something. Or maybe someone if you want to. But no, I do not condone any violence towards or harm towards any person. But if you're frustrated, just grab your nearby pillow from your bed and just... That's basically it. It's a good stress reliever. Or if you just want to do something, just scream. And not to get a noise complaint or any problems from other people from nearby rooms. That's how you do it. I'm just teaching you guys how to take control of your anger. It's bad to just bottle it in. Let it explode, but make sure it's in a controlled environment. Life lesson for you guys. Hope you enjoy.
Third game was canceled twice. The 2015 version had 10% of the content people expected.
Mode for Star Wars. Wow. But there will be some smaller two-player co-op missions to play.
Battlefront 2 EA Edition had the infamous loot box fiasco, and when the game was really hitting its stride, they cut support to focus on Shitfield 2042. And now this. Why is it so hard? Honestly, why is Battlefront such an impossible concept to get right?
Wow.
It's a fucking match made in heaven. This is the premier Star Wars first-person shooter series. And we're at a point where they can't even re-release a 20-year-old game without breaking it.
Yo, what's panicking?
Obi-Wan.
I'm trying! I'm trying!
What? This is a mess.
I got force lagged.
Force lagged? That's new.
Force seizure.
You're
Now,
making
just to
new
be
force
clear, I'm
abilities.
talking about the Steam version of this game. So maybe your experience on other platforms has been different, but this has been my experience. For starters, the collection is a whopping 62 gigabyte install.
Oh my goodness!
The original 2 games total
Hold the fudge on. I think the very first one was supposed to be 2 to 3 gigabytes because there's barely any content before. And it was when games were starting out. Games before usually just hold 2 to 5 gigabytes. And then it just escalated to 10 like that. 9.59, and now we got 100 courtesy of Warzone. I understand because Warzone is a large freaking map and there are multiple maps and there are multiple players playing on those said maps, multiple weapons, multiple cosmetics. It's, I don't know. My brain is over. I think I need to shut the F up and watch this before I fry my brain. I do apologize. This is a reaction video, and you're getting my reaction, which is I am being angry right now. If you're gonna ask, that's you being angry? Oh, you don't want to meet me when I'm enraged. Believe me, when I'm really pissed. You'll be surprised at what kind of a person I can become. I'm like the Hook. If you make me really, really angry, duck and cover.
just 12
But I'm a
gigabytes
friendly
on Steam.
person.
Obvious
See?
question. Where the
2.8
hell did the other
gigabytes.
50 gigabytes come from?
Yup.
Why don't you force compress this shit so it doesn't take a meaty chomp out of my hard drive?
It's not worth it.
Learn this power.
Not from Aspire. Oh, I know where the extra gigabytes came from. The distorted Lego graphics on
What?
HUD.
Oh,
Just
no.
like the
This-
shitulations. Secondly,
Corrupted
the collection
files.
is
That's what it looks like.
$35, which is
$35?
more than all 4 Battlefront games combined.
$35. What? Why is that $4? I think it's discounted, I think. $10, $35 for $5. What the fudge is the pricing on this? Let me guess. It is vintage, it is retro, it is from the archives before, so it's worth more than anything else, and it's a disgusting way of showing. Well, after one day, or one day later, I had to stop because something came up, and yeah, it was a pain in the butt cheeks, but we're still 4 to 5 minutes in, and this is a 60-minute video, and I've been talking too much.
What reasonable price, I suppose? If it was up to
Yeah. Hundreds of dollars just for this kind of old game. This used to be at least $5. That's what it was worth where I come from, and you're gonna charge us more than $100? You're stupid.
enough, but you didn't do anything to make it worth it. Certainly didn't help that the team at Aspire also used footage from a Battlefront 2 mod in their promotional trailer. They just took some guy's work that they didn't know or talk to or credit and just put that in their trailer. What? There's a mod that converts Ventress to PC. She was a DLC character for the Xbox and PS2 versions.
Oh,
and
you
the guy
gotta
who
be
made it
kidding
noticed some
us!
subtle details in the lightsaber hill and realized his work had been taken without credit. This is what Aspire said. When capturing placeholder footage for our announcement last fall, we mistakenly included content that is not in the product. And that mistake made it into the final cut. Nobody noticed placeholder footage for the trailer you showed during a Nintendo Direct? How? What are you, some kind of goddamn moron? It's a 50-second video.
They are.
Nobody bothered to put a marker in the editing software and say, hey, swap this out. It's fucking easy.
What do I look like, a guy who's not lazy?
I mean, this isn't a huge deal, but this kind of screw up illustrates how little effort and consideration was put into the project. I might as well mention that the other DLC character, Kit Fisto, who I was excited to try out, is totally broken, or maybe he's just mastered the force rubber band technique. Look at this garbage. He just glitches all over the place.
No.
For reference, this is what the move is supposed to look like. I don't even know if Aspire knew what game they were even working on. They launched this with 3 dedicated servers.
What a mess.
3. For a grand total population count of 192. This isn't like Helldivers, where the game exploded in popularity and the developers didn't anticipate over 400,000 people logging in at once.
Bad news for everyone, especially I've been coming back to it, even though I have my access to my game, and they can't take that away. The depression and the anger and the hatred that Sony inspired into the PC players, most of them never came back. I've been playing for a while, and the best that the Steam charts could muster is somewhat 70k. From 400 to 70k. 400k to 70k. Look at the difference. And the ponies out there making fun of us who were about to lose our game that we spent whole $40 on, or 50 if you got the deluxe, they making fun of us. Not so fun now with the major orders. I've been following up on the major orders, and you failed 3 or 4 times already. I guess we PC players were carrying you, huh? I guess we were not valuable enough, huh? Bunch of moochers, bunch of dick riders. It really triggers me that I've never bashed another player. It's always been fun between one of us when someone's on my squad. I didn't care if they were on PC or PlayStation. We were all having fun. And now when we were being we were turning into victims, that we are being robbed, you make fun of us and insult us to our face. It's just a PSN account. Oh yeah, I want to be hacked. That's a good thing to say to us. F you. The PlayStation players, I have no problem with you. It's the PlayStation dick riders is what I have a problem with. Those who utterly defend the garbage Sony pulls. You are the problem. Anyone should be able to play a game. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying anyone who can pick it up. Because anyone can become a fan. Because if they fell in love with the franchise, they can become a fan and follow it to the bitter end. Not those damn tourists who had no idea what they're going in and just and then they have the gall to try and force changes in an. You haven't been following since day one, and you're demanding changes. Get off your ass and go find something else to do.
Buyer didn't even anticipate 200.
You want to explain yourself? What are you doing? Making a mistake. Making a mistake? What is going on in your mind?
Hero Assault was bugged for the light side, which couldn't respawn, meaning that if you got into a match, it was just broken. Sometimes you get into a lobby that never loads. Great. Fantastic. Occasionally when I hop into the dedicated servers, I'm greeted with the message, contacting host. What do you mean contacting host? It's you! This is the dedicated server! If you were unlucky enough to get into a match, the disappointment only got worse. Matches with 64 players had 100 tickets, meaning each player gets 1 to 2 deaths and the game is over. Matches literally lasted 2 minutes. Those 2 minutes were an unplayable lag fest of shitty hit registration, netcode, rubber banding, teleportation, lag. It just, I mean, just look at it.
What a
hit
pile of
registration
crap.
is unacceptable. Half of my shots will hit, but do no damage. The other half will hit, but it takes 2 full seconds to register.
This feels like something that's been happening in Halo Infinite. And it took them 3 years to fix it. And this is, how long was this game before? 2000, early 2000s, though this has been out at least 30 years. Just kidding, 20 years. And you're still having problems? You got a problem, my guy.
A lot of times there'd just be 5 guys in a room at point blank range, just unable to kill each other. As the old saying goes, watch those wrist rockets, because if they hit you directly, it's an instant kill. Not in the Battlefront collection. You can just shrug them off without taking damage or even being
I don't need to watch out for them, boy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he just fucking shrugged off a direct rock. You can't even watch those wrist rockets. You can't even watch the rip. This is nothing like the simulations. The control is mutilated, dismembered. It is destroyed beyond any comprehension. You know aim assist? Well, the Battlefront collection introduces a brand new feature I like to call aim resist, because your reticle resists enemy players. It just magically avoids the guys you're trying to shoot.
Are you
Like
serious?
it's magnetically opposed.
Are you serious
I
right
have
now?
played a lot of Battlefront 2, and I know exactly how it's supposed to feel like. Even on the original Xbox, which is still clunky.
Wow, now that is some 200 IQ anti-cheat freaking software right there. If you have auto aim, nope. Now you can hit like stormtroopers. Now you can shoot like actual stormtroopers. You can't hit crap. Wow, they are living up to the meme. You can't hit crap.
Clunky, choppy.
You do
and
shoot
aiming
like a
little
stormtrooper.
slow. But your aim never did this shit. It never did a fucking figure eight. This and the bad hit registration and lag makes the game not worth playing at all. Tried playing as a droideka, can't roll into a ball. Don't know why. Guess I'll just die? I've heard that Aspire
And it's slow to
released the
move. You
wrong
need to be a
version
ball.
of the game
Oh, this
and
is
then
just
quickly swapped
stupid.
it out, which explains why some of these issues are fixed or slightly better and the game is more stable. But like, how does that happen? A lot of these issues were fixed or improved, but it is still important to take note of them because it shouldn't have been this way at all. It shows you how rushed the game. This is just pure negligence, a complete disregard for any standard of quality. Let's talk about the graphics. Now, you can't see it in the footage on screen, but while playing, I was getting some of the most god-awful screen tearing. Oh, that's all right. I'll just turn on VSync and...
Oh, it crashed!
Where's the fucking game? Well, there's no game here. What happened? Did the programmers pass out?
Game crashes way more often than it should. You try to search for specific game types, it crashes.
Wow.
Now, most of the environments do look a lot
All
better.
game
More detailed and crisp. This is pretty much the only praise you can give the collection. It looks how you think it did back in the day. But even this runs hollow because you can just buy the original Battlefront 2 on Steam and just install a bunch of free mods to make it look better than this shitload of fuck. Oh, but it gets
Even the
better.
modders
It gets
did
better.
more
You
work.
see, Aspire also
Wow.
made the bold creative decision to remove half of the cutscenes from Battlefront 2's campaign. Half of the game's story is just gone. So people playing this saying, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the single player. You're not even getting the full single player. There's supposed to be a cutscene before and after every mission, but none of the post-mission cutscenes play.
Oh, the cinematics are gone.
$35
Oh my
for
god.
half of the narrative. This is embarrassing.
What kind
It
of
is.
a man are you? You're worthless and weak. You do nothing. You are nothing.
Remember that amazing line after the
Love
Felucia
that.
mission?
When the 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia,
Yeah,
Alias
those are the
Aquila made a
cutscenes.
point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she had ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye.
Gone. Nope. No context. No transition from mission to mission. This is shovelware. This is a shameless cash grab. And it's like, you only announced this like 3 weeks ago. Why release it like this? What was the rush? You know what it is? It's the end of the first quarter of 2024. That's why release it. At least Aspire bothered to include an epilepsy warning because every time you die, you are treated to this visual spectacle. For some reason, they also swapped out iconic sound effects, like when you complete an objective. Or when you load into a match in Battlefront 1.
What's the point? What's the point in changing the audio?
The game audio and sound design is disorienting. Got me feeling like Mr. Krabs at the Pretty Patty stand. Sometimes you hear blaster fire behind you, then you look over there and there's nothing there. Other times it gets real quiet or the music just cuts out. Or you might hear these earth-shattering explosive sounds.
What the fuck just happened?
That's an overreaction.
Sensitivity on controller and playing with mouse and keyboard
If I
is
heard an explosion, it's
painfully
just,
slow.
I get jumpy.
Increasing
I don't need
it
to do
seems
that.
to have little or no effect. So just like VSync, you just have to deal with it. There's also no option for inverted controls. This again,
Sometimes
was a
if I have
quality
this
of life
maxed out,
feature from
it's
the
gonna hurt.
2005 OG Xbox version. Now, how about some improvements they could have made? You know, stuff that would have really gotten people like me excited. We still have never had, to my knowledge, an official online version of Galactic Conquest. But thank goodness we avoided taking advantage of that golden opportunity. Who would have wanted to coordinate massive 64-player lobbies and invite people from their Discord server? You know, maybe YouTubers could fight each other and gather teams of their own fans and fucking fight in a 5-hour-long galactic battle. Who would want to do that? Who would want to do that? No, I would have hosted lobbies like that. I would have streamed it. That would have been awesome. Would have also been nice to have had like Steam Workshop support, or maybe worked with some modders to like add more content to the game, new stuff, new maps, heroes. Split screen only allows 2 people instead of 4. I know split screen ain't as big of a deal these days, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, can you get one thing right? Just one. You're supposed to enhance the game, or at the very least make it feature complete with what it was in 2005. What's the point if you can't even bring features from the original? It's like the game's almost 20 years old, man. It's not a high standard. Why is there no crossplay? That's a good question. What's wrong with you?
What kind of nonsense is this?
You'd think this would be a great opportunity to let everyone replay these classics and tear down the borders between platform so we can all relive the nostalgia with our friends. It's too much work, Act-Man. They had 3 weeks to make this. They had less time than Redfall. These games mean a lot to me, and buddies I had back in 2005 wanted to play this again. And we're not. We're not playing this again. It's sad. A 20-year-old game is already going to have a small enough player base, so instead of one connected large group that can keep the game alive longer, it's segmented, which is going to drastically reduce the lifespan of this game, if it even has one. I really am upset about this because I wanted to stream it and host Galactic Conquest lobbies and just like have a good time again. My nostalgia for these games was just blatantly exploited for a quick buck. Fuck Aspire, fuck this company, the game is dead on arrival. Like, you have to intentionally mess something up. Modern gaming! Bad. So yeah, I really am quite pissed about this. Battlefront deserves so much better. It really does. It could make so much money. But time and time again, this series gets taken out back and shot with a 12 gauge of disappointment. It should be the easiest W and a fat payout for very little work. I honestly didn't expect huge sweeping updates or changes to the game, or updates to the jankiness, or even more polish. It would have been nice to have those things, but I never imagined it would be objectively worse. The Battlefront collection, at least on PC, should not be purchased under any circumstances. There is literally zero reason to play this. You can get the original for like $5 and just mod that. The community is still alive. If you really want to find other people online to play with, you can. There is no reason to even pirate this. All Aspire managed to do was break 2 complete games and sell them to you for more. Eat shit. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This one cut deep, and I really hope Battlefront gets some love soon.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Especially if Disney still holds Star Wars. Never gonna happen. They are a fan-hating company. That's what they are. Time and time again, they have proven it. And I'm sad to say, I used to be a fan. I love the old stuff that they have. It was always family-oriented. Now it's just trying to spread a message. Lecturing. I came for entertainment, and all I received was a sermon. If I want to fall asleep, I would take some warm milk and go to my bed. Period. I don't need to watch or play games made by a company that absolutely hates my guts. Alright, I've talked long enough, so let me end this video, and a little shout out for those guys who've been asking me to do this. More will be on its way, don't worry. There's more videos coming, and I'm still debating on doing the Elden Ring review by Act-Man, because there is some dangerous content or content creator on that video, as I have been warned, and I might be facing some hostilities if I even try, but I don't know if that person came after anyone. I was just warned what his name was. I don't know what he looks like, but I don't want any problems. But if he doesn't go after people like me, I'm fine with reacting to it. Tell me in the comment section below if he has no power to hurt me. I'll try and react to that, the Elden Rings review. If not, I'll try and just edit out his segment or not. It's up to you. See you in the next video. Be there or be square.